I was laughing.
Listen, Jay, I got your back, dude. I got the host always goes with the underdog. Doesn't matter who sits in that chair. They always go for the team that is less likely to win. So ignore them, Jay. From now on, we're muting them. We're muting them, dude. That's it.
I mean, you think about this, you know, if he goes for the other team, then it is a split desk. It's 2 for 1. So there you are. It is split. There we are. I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. Trust me, guys. Impossible on T side now. We'll try to execute on towards the A side. Letney's looking from the Overwatch area up towards Heaven. And Impossible will now just get themselves a little bit of tag damage on whatever they can find here, although no early picks going down to either side at this point. Taps away, Joxic will take himself 2 nice headshots. Third flick, Neno's going to get that one onto Blazino. Emmy comes in from main, and now it's all Sviat, last man alive, 1 versus 5, and Binary Dragons will clean up the T side push. It's going to be a pistol round to the favor of the CT side.
That retake was sick from Binary Dragons. They didn't even have a kit, they just had pure numbers. And they just concede the site. One player Heaven, he was spotting it. They knew they were on site. Waits for his teammates to rotate out a ramp to come towards Heaven. And all 5 just peek at the same time. Nothing those Glocks can do as the USPs start to rain down from up above. That picks up the first round for Binary Dragons. They're going to go into 3 M4s. You'll see a couple of UMPs, well possible. No armor due to them getting the bomb plant. They're going to buy in round 3 just like they did on Cash.
The standard eco, of course, what we usually like to see. Easy kills coming in for Hunter. This is no surprise whatsoever. They all just line up for him, and they basically just peek straight into his spray. It's all down to Sviat, last man alive, 1 versus 5. Once again, not much he can do. There is just no opportunity for him in this round. It is literally just going to be a way into the rifle buy-up of this next round. The bomb plant was mainly what kind of formulated that this whole setup for the conversion round. So AKs, no second bomb plant means they will have a very limited amount of utility, but there are 5 smokes available. If they wanted to get smokes for the skylight of the A site and go for an execution, then it is definitely possible. They've also got to deal with Binary Dragons, who've got themselves 2 UMPs on their side, kind of playing scout. Saw Nino going aggressive, looking for an angle in the ramp room area, but he's not going to find anything. Just spots out some information, no kills, no picks. There is a little bit of tag damage going in for Insom and Blazino, down to 74 and 82 HP respectively. Binary Dragons will just hold out, waiting for the opportunity to take that first pick against the Impossible side. No early challenges here, although Sviat may end up getting taken down. He goes peek out. Akon takes that one, and Letney with a quick trade. It's a 4 versus 4, and Impossible will have themselves some control of the outside area. It looks like they might try and hit A main here.
And Boss will have to grab the ball from Keystone. Cracker will have it on his back. Outer. So good find the entry. Looking for another one. Akimov actually going to find that. So now it's a 2-man advantage. And look at the HP on Letney. He's down to 8. This round's solely less on his positioning. And he gets the first of seconds there. He spots that player towards Mini as well. Blazino may take down the low HP player, but he's caught out. And there's a molly on Nino. And Nino, he doesn't have a kit. He lead a little bit of damage as he falls into the site. Tries to tap the bomb. There's the molly. There's a kit within range. Oh my goodness, he didn't pick the kit. So this might come back to bite him as he tries to find this one-on-one engagement. Instead, it won't come back to bite him. The bullets will, as Blazino will find him in the end. Impossible. They pick up that rifle round.
Nicely done from the T side. That's how you want to see that kind of thing go down. You know, you want to see these guys find themselves the buy-ups in that early buy-up and manage to use it to their advantage. Now it's going to mean that they are 2-1 down. Binary Dragons with a 1-round advantage only, as opposed to the conversion rounds that we usually see with the extra 2 ecos. So seeing them coming in like this, it means they're going to get another rifle round on the buy, a force buy for Binary Dragons as well. Reset potential for both sides, and Joxic will start things off well for the Binary Dragons side. Meanwhile, Hunter's going himself a very good angle, takes down Insom and peeks straight onto Akimov on top of the silo boost. Knows exactly where these 2 T-side players are playing. He did his homework, and now Impossible are in a very, very bad situation. Creppy will get one, but Letney's trying to trade at 1 HP. Gets taken down. It's all on Sviat, last man alive, 1 versus 4 situation. Bombs down, CTs, perfect angles to get the info. They will know that the bomb is in their control, and now Sviat is left in a very bad situation out towards the hell area of the CT side of the map. Minute to go. Very unlikely for him to win.
Hunter got some love taps from his teammate. So there's nothing but love on the Binary Dragons side. Zavat Gonna try to push towards big garage. Great positioning from Hunter. So that was not ready for a push back. That player would be in big garage. Impossible pick up that round. Impossible. Or Binary Dragons pick up that round. Excuse me. Jeez. I really want to give that one to Impossible, but I can't. Can't go against the facts. Impossible get a buy here. Looks like they're gonna force into attacks. Look for a quicker set play here. They don't have a lot of utility to really sit and wait and try to bait out Binary Dragons, let alone take these long-range engagements. So we may see a nade open Squeaky, smoke out, and try to get to Vent or something of the sort. But it looks like it is just going to be a quick play towards ramp. It's been a while since we've seen it, but immediately they stop behind the smoke. So they're giving room from Binary to push for info elsewhere. And look how pushed up Binary are, right, towards the T-mid area, the lobby. And that's what the CT of Nuke really leans towards, is it favors CT aggression. It's easy to do, and it's hard to punish T.
T's not looking too hot on their heels. Tech9's couple of smokes. Force up coming in from Impossible, of course. This is going to be the Armor and Kevlar also in their favor, and they will try to see if they can get that first pick onto Nano, but Nano's doing everything using all the utility he can to avoid that from happening. Svat will be able to take him down eventually. He peeks out to the second, but Letney's going to take him down. Second kill comes in for Letney, and then he's going to get one as well. Whack him off with a quick trade. It's a 2 versus 3, but the grenade placement is so good from Hunter. Takes his first in the round. And now Joxic just looking to try to see if he can shut down Plazino with a simple USP. Flashes come through, Plazino's blind. He has bomb control, AWP, trying to land that first phase is not going to happen, but the third will take him out of the action. 4-1. So far, Binary Dragons doing good work in the early part of this matchup. And Impossible with a force buy in that last round is going to leave them in a very bad economical state. So big locks should just be standard eco. I don't expect them to see any buys coming through here.
What I like about what Binary Dragons are doing is they respect when Impossible get a buy on the board, but they also like switching up their setup from just playing passive up towards Heaven, one player safe in mini, to getting aggressive with his peak. And you see Emmy's going to just show you this. He's going to emulate it as he's going to try to push up here. He'll lose a duel to that pistol, but the CT aggression is super strong, as I said earlier. And Binary Dragons take advantage of that, but they're also taking advantage of when they know Impossible's on a buy, it's not going to be the strongest buy due to them not being able to build too much of a bank when they get these buys. And just respecting the distance, but I mean, these P250s, no armor, the best $300 you can ever spend in a game of CSGO, and you're seeing why.
2 versus 5, they managed to turn this around with some very good Deagle play. Akimov, nicely done. Just like that, Binary Dragons actually falling apart pretty quickly now. He's got himself a good angle on Akimov, will turn himself right around, take down Svat. Third kill, oh no. This could fall apart at the seams for the Impossible side. Insol just has allowed one single bullet. Don't fluff this, he won't, thank goodness. And Impossible will make a pistol eco round work in one of the most unlikely fashions as well. 4-2, Binary Dragons still in favor. They've got themselves a bit of economical build-up on Joxic and Hunter. They will go for the AWP on Joxic. It's going to be a fully fledged force buy. 5-7 for Neno. Will leave him a little bit worse for wear here on this CT side. AWP as well, and the standard 4 rifles for the Impossible lineup. Gathering themselves 2 M4s to try and relieve the investment will be a good play from them. Keep them in the play. And AWP will also be outside trying to look for whatever they can in terms of information against the Binary Dragons side. Neno, meanwhile, going to see if he can try to take that risk and play close range in the smoke here. Spots out Svat, takes him down as he does push out towards the ramp from Radio. Akimov going to get Joxic as well. And Impossible now. Evening things back, keeping things together. A 4-on-4 situation.
You know, it's going to go ahead and throw the counter molly, as I feel a sneeze coming on. Those are always the worst. Letney could be playing from hell. He's trying to spot the cross. I think he may have seen a player. He's just going to break the glass so his first bullet does the respective damage that's supposed to do, instead of getting reduced from the glass. While Hunter is going to be playing in secret. A nice little off angle. And some will take the peek. Won't take the scratch. Hunter can get out of there. Akimov going to try to challenge towards ramp, and that player's just going to duck, dodge, and tuck tail out of there. So Impossible lose the man advantage. Binary Dragons with positioning. And Impossible are starting to scramble. They put pressure towards ramp. They play the idea that they could be pushing in towards B, while they rotate back to lobby and give room for Plazino to work with towards mid.
Trying to make the way on towards the B site. Base is going to get shut down. Letney's got a good angle. Hunter will go down eventually, but Letney's still doing some good work. Double kills so far with him in the round. 2 kills, 6 HP. Burning Plazino alive, 42 HP for him. So Angel should go to his favor, but he's still got to deal with Nanos on 100. So if Letney can get some good damage in at least, it would mean that Binary Dragons have themselves a good opportunity to really win this one out. It's all on a 1 versus 2. 3k clutch for Pizzino to try and make this one work. They'll both be closing in from 2 very different angles, so he's got a lot of work to do, but if he can land his first into Letney, then that might make the situation a little bit easier for him. But he's peeking away. Timing is so good from Letney as well. We'll find his spot face and he will take him down, so it will be a 5th round for the Binary Dragon side. So far, some very good retakes coming in from this CTs. I think it's going so well so far from the Impossible. Not finding their opportunities in here, and the worst part about it is that as well, they're not stringing rounds together. They got themselves 2 rounds, both of which were in between 2 of each other, so there's a lot for these guys to improve, and Binary Dragons maybe teetering on the edge of a very easy victory, depending on how well their team side goes.
Another interesting buy from Impossible. It's a little botched, as Akimov will get thrown the Galil early and AK out in Insom. Lazino will have the up. Looks like Akimov's going to jump up towards top. Marshmallow try to challenge as Letney. He's playing the back corner. Another thing I find interesting on this map that like got used on the old version but not on this one is the spam through the windows. There's some lineups you can do with some shots that deal some damage. They're not as spammable as they used to be, so it's kind of like tickling your opponent. Emmy's just going to throw the smoke towards Hut. Going to hold it, while Hunter's going to be playing top Hut, looking towards Squeaky. As well as Mini, Letney. Good rotation to help out his teammate in need. It's always nice to have someone there to help you out when you're in need. As Letney will be that man to help out Nino, as it will stop Impossible's push. Going to give room for the op to work. Cracker's just going to jump in and low on HP. And Letney comes out on top, looking for Arkamov. Wiz is going to play these boxes beautifully, but the taps from Letney is getting it done. That's 3, looking for the 4th. It's getting hairy now for Impossible as the smoke dissipates, and it is a slaughter. It's falling apart for Impossible there.
The key thing about all these rounds as well, they seem to have one thing in common, is that every time Impossible have a game plan, it just crumbles to pieces every single time. Binary Dragons know exactly how to counteract whatever Impossible are trying, so a quick technical pause, I think, or is it a tactical pause? It's a tactical pause, excuse me. So, attack pause for Impossible, and, you know, just good thing I was touching on about how everything they try, it just crumbles to pieces. These guys need to figure out a way into this round. They need to figure out a way back into this matchup because, well, if they're not careful, they could be going out 2-0 in this series, and that's not the way that you want to go, especially when you're so close to this playoff series. Binary Dragons fighting, or both teams, in fact, fighting for their survival. Impossible more than the CT side. So, attack pause at this point, it'll be great. Figure out what you're going to do in this next round because you have a little bit of money to play with. Not the whole works for a full buy, but you know, there's even more to think about that. The game plan going forward, how we're going to play this one out. Are we going to be able to find the way to break Binary Dragons? Because there is a lot Impossible need to do, and they need to try and find a way to do it now.
I mean, that scrim towards ramp reminded me of the battle scene from Mulan. I don't know if you ever watched that movie, but the war scene reminded me of that. It's very hectic, very all over the place, but it definitely wasn't made by Disney. So, I mean, Impossible are kind of laying their own bed here as they have to take another eco. It's a very similar situation to Mirage, where they can't find their footing in economy and they make split decision buys, and they just haven't panned out for them once in the series.
Well, this time it will be kind of united in their own buy-ups. In this case, it will be no buy-up. Full eco coming on through from the Impossible side. He's going to take that first, and Akimov looking for maybe a lucky headshot wallbanger. If he had landed it, then, well, GG, well played, but you still got a lot more to do. It's a 5-on-4 win suit. Emmy going to take down another. Insom's dead. He's on his way as well, trying to take that spat. We'll find it. 3 kills for him, sorry. The Hunter is going to take on 1 in the round. Akimov, damage done. Take the AWP out. Find Joxic. Joxic's not even playing anywhere near him, and in fact, you will challenge onto Letney. That Letney takes him down. So, a very good round for Binary Dragons. This may be where the game plan switches into play, though. This may be where the tactical pause, where most of its substance really lies. A 3-round loss bonus for Impossible. Full AKs out, 5 smokes, 4 flashbangs, and 3 frag grenades for this T side. Can they find it? Can they bring themselves to... What a good round here. Akimov going first, aggressively interested. We'll take that first face. We'll take down Emmy. Nicely done. There's still 1 mark towards the rafters. The drops is coming in from the heaven area. Knows where Akimov is. He's going to go for the wallbanger. No, he spots him out. He does peek up a little bit aggressive. 4 versus 4. Neno's coming in from the heaven area as well. Going to see if he can try to back up his teammate. And it is Impossible keeping things even for the retake here.
Lenny's gonna try to push in through Mini, making sure no one else is pushing from outside. That Molly's gonna hold Cracker in place. That Molly and Hut will deal some damage. Nice shot from Joxic as Letney spots that player towards top. Hut will just tap him away. Hunter's pushing in, and he's got 2, and that's all the players from Impossible down and out. As Impossible go back towards their bread and butter, the quick A play. And this time, Binary Dragons, again, just play for the retake. They have 1 player in there, the player Heaven, re-peeks before the smoke blooms, falls back, and wait for Impossible's utility to just dwindle. Then they go ahead and make the retake a reality. Impossible, we've yet to really see... It's been a very odd T-side, right? Because they work a default, then they just kind of push when they're out of utility or have very little. And Binary Dragons are just kind of outplaying in the situations where they have utility, the rotations are there. Impossible, we haven't seen the wall smokes outside. They haven't abused outer. And Binary Dragons are kind of almost ignoring it. I mean, they have Joxic there now, but he gives it up after like 30 seconds and no pressure.
Yeah, Binary Dragons just trying to hold out against the Impossible side once again. And this time, Impossible going to go for a bit more of an split into the A site from inside areas. And indeed, it's just going to fall apart once again. It's a repeated story we've seen over and over again. 3 players left alive and a 4 kill for Emmy in that round. I mean, what more do you say other than that? Impossible tried something and they just got shut down. And Binary Dragons knew exactly how... They just read it. They just read it perfectly well.
Yeah, I mean, what's weird about this, too, is we haven't seen the smokes. Like, a lot of teams... North American teams even do this, where they break the glass and they have the Molly Hut, they have the Smoke Heaven, they have the Smoke Mini, and then they go for an execution. Impossible don't even have that in their arsenal right now. Perhaps something to add to it in the future, but it's hard to execute with these Mollies and the Smokes Binary Dragons are just locking you out with. By the time they do, it's just a little too late. Binary Dragons already have a pick on you, so.
Impossible now back to pistols once again. And they will fall apart once again. There's really not much going for them in this case. Insom will get at least one nice deep flick, but Emmy's there to try and trade it at the moment. He spots out shadows as well. He knows that there's several players peeking around that area. Akimov will actually drop down and get a nice 1 dig, so 2-on-3 situation. Not the most impossible situation for this T side, but still, the health advantage is not to their favor, and they haven't even got control of the bomb. They have control of the site and not control of the bomb, but Cracker, one nice 1-tap onto Nano is going to take him out of the action. 2 AKs now in the favor of the Impossible side after a bit of a balked buy. We'll now try to see if they can steal around underneath the noses of the Binary Dragons team. 2 versus 2, health advantage to the favor of Binary Dragons, and the AWP flick advantage as well to the favor of Joxic. He takes down Akimov, all on Cracker, 1 versus 2. Bomb now going to get picked up. I think he's going to go for the A site here.
He's thinking about it. He's out of utility. He does have an AK, and Joxic's down to 43 in Heaven, but as soon as his bomb starts to get planted, Joxic's going to call for Letney to put peek Mini, and Joxic will peek at the exact same time, but they heard Cracker fall. Letney's going to start to work towards vents. The bomb's going to go down. And it looks like Joxic's going to rotate to ramp. Letney's going to come from secret. Where's Cracker going to play from? He's currently... Yeah, he was just walking the doors, and he gets caught crossing, so it took him a little bit longer. And that's a really weird play, actually, from Cracker. Now that I see where the bomb's planted, I think his goal is to push door, try to find 1v1, then work around towards sync. But it doesn't work out. He takes his time while he walks through sight, and that gets Binary Dragons on double digits.
Yeah, it's not been too pleasant for them. Yeah, again, I see what you're talking about. We're trying to get that particular strategy down, but again, it was just the case that Binary Dragons, where their rotation was quick enough to shut him down before he could set up what he wanted to set up. So 10-2, a dominant CT side. Impossible now with an AK buy up in the last round. He's going to rush straight into the meat grinder, trying to rush down the A site once again, and they're trying the same thing over and over again. And Emmy knows exactly how to shut it down. 3 kills for him. Will get one back onto Joxic as a 4 versus 2. And Neno and Koa here to back up the lone CT player. Emmy hasn't lost a single point of damage in defending this A site in this round. Akimov, last man alive, 1v4. Held out towards radio room. Bombs in his hands. Might go towards ramp and try to see if he can get the bomb plant on the B site again. But he's got to have a much better strategy this time around than in the last round. Of course, as we look to take it 11-2 here in favor of Binary Dragons, there is a mountain of work for this T side to be able to do.
Another rush, another shutdown. Impossible. I'd love to see them abuse outside. I don't think we've seen it once, Jay. I mean, maybe one player thrown Marshmallow. But other than that, I don't think we've seen smokes. I don't think we've seen any kind of execution. It's been a lot of, let's just rush out A. If that doesn't work, we'll hold, send a player ramp, and then go back out A. We haven't even seen the typical nade door, smoke out, and throw players underneath, get into vent, and hold one player lobby. It's been very cut and dry. Archimav's going to try his best, but Lenny has the superior positioning. Here's him coming, 11-2. The T-side impossible, falling kind of flat. Very, very reminiscent to Mirage, as Binary Dragons are just setting themselves up to a situation where they're not even be too bothered with the T-side. They won't have to do too much heavy lifting.
And Impossible going to have to mostly rely on that CT side to try to get themselves into contention for this one, and even right now it's not looking very likely for them. Look at that score, pistol buffer yet, and you know, could really use that pistol buffer in this case if Binary Dragons take a pistol round at 13-2. That means that Impossible are going out, and you know, BD will of course advance to the playoffs series. So Blazino will start things off nicely, taking down Joxic to start things off for Impossible. AWP first pick, headshot comes through. Now they will make their way towards outside presence in this. Going towards the site here, and Cracker's also going to get one as well. I mean, with a trade, it's going to be 4-on-2 situation. The bomb will go down. So for the first time in a lot of rounds, Binary Dragons are on the back foot here. 2 AKs in their hands. Neno and Letney spot the first bomb to Insom, tags up, takes him down eventually. Molotov will push him back for a few more seconds, so we can't get into a good position for this retake, however, as Neno's also working out towards the Heaven area, looking for his opportunity in this line here. They are going aggressive to put Impossible side, trying to see if they can take down Letney, and I think Adria might just find that kill. Yes, he can, and yes, he will. Neno's still working, taking down Cracker, looking for a second onto Blazino, but Blazino's got the AWP placed, and he will take about the action. Impossible get themselves the pistol buffer, which is at least the least they're probably looking for at this point in this match. 11-3 will be the scoreline as we do go into round number 15, the last round of the half here on Nuke.
I mean, anything can happen when a good team goes up against like a scrimmy/puggish team. Lately in North America, we've been seeing CLG playing in qualifiers, and they almost lost. They actually had to go to OT recently against a team called Bashino Boys. A bunch of my homies on that team. And it just goes to show that if you're a well-coordinated team, you can have issues against scrims and puggish teams. Binary Dragons are not showing that issue at all. They're just sticking to the game plan. They're not getting overconfident like CLG have, who I'm using as an example. And Binary Dragons are just treating them like an everyday opponent, like somebody who's on their level. And they're giving them respect, but they're also playing to their own game where they molly, they smoke, and they have no fear in their hearts whatsoever. And that's just going to ring out the half, so 12-3. Binary Dragons are looking really good. Pistol, they're 13, 14. They can get match point before Impossible get a full buy. I imagine they'll force before that. But Binary Dragons, they're looking crisp. They're looking really good. Kind of like a hot pocket, which I want right now.
Pistol round coming into B here. Impossible now going to take their liberties on the CT side, but to say they need this pistol round is a bit of an understatement. Like you say, Binary Dragons could get them back the map point before Impossible can get themselves the first buy up of their half here. It's going to be Binary Dragons storming the A site here, and look at this. They just know exactly what Impossible are playing at. Easy picks, 2-for-1 trade. Akimov going to get Joxic at the very least, but he's going to get traded back immediately by Hunter. A 2 versus 4. Raid Boss on the T side, just doing some work to get those picks. Neno's got himself 2 kills in this round so far, looking for his third onto Blazino. It wouldn't surprise me if he got it as well. No armor for the last CT player. I'm not going to see if they can try to take it. And actually, Blazino does take down 2 nice headshots, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Hunter that shuts him out and brings the 13th round to the Binary Dragon side. Impossible now going to start sweating this map, this match. Is getting closer and closer to that 2-0 that Binary Dragons really, really want at this point in the map.
And Impossible aren't even going to full force here. I mean, it's a bit of a weird buy. Blazino goes to 400. Insom, he'll go down to $50, and it's going to be another quick play from Binary. Reading the economy, no, they won't have the molly to stop them from doing this, and they will just wipe out Impossible. They don't even have chances to get in their positions by the time they're out squeaky. Binary I think they're just going to do this for the remainder of the game. There's not much Impossible can do. Even if they get a buy in the next round, it's going to be UMPs, so it's looking a lot like a GG shortly.
14-3, favor of the Binary Dragons side. This is not looking pretty for Impossible here. They will buy up a force buy here. They realize that a overtime situation for them is a very unlikely feat. So it will be 4 UMPs of 5-7. Try to see if they can shut down Binary Dragon before they take that map point and before Impossible are forced to bring it to overtime. Jones will spurt to life in the last few rounds is going to be very unlikely. We'll start things off. Zeno will come back onto one enemies with a quick trade. Nice headshot with the AK-47, all on him. Some Krekker and Akimov for Impossible. The last line of defense potentially between Binary Dragons and a map point, a match point, a series point to qualify for the playoffs in this group stage. Bombs outside. DT is getting themselves very aggressive angles to try and see if they can deal with it. And Emmy will try and drop it, looking for Insom as well out towards Secret. Spots him out, taps away. Does actually manage to take the headshot. So, all on Impossible. Last 2 players alive. And indeed, it will be Binary Dragons that win out that 15th round. Impossible now, a broken bye. I think this is GG.
Yeah, it's looking a lot like it. An opt-out on Joxic, UMP for Nino, but it doesn't even matter. When Impossible have a couple pistols, the FAMAS, which you never see, and that's kind of why. I mean, the FAMAS is just... When the UMP's in play, it's so worth it at the current stage of the meta. It's no one plays FAMAS anymore, unless you're really good. As Binary Dragons get the opener. Good trade from Impossible, at least. As Insom has a good read that they may be going down Secret. Preemptive Wally. He's going to hold the corner, but Binary Dragons just fragging out across the map. This may be looking like it's over.
3v3, Krekker's on 10 HP. Akimov going to look for headshots and spray downs. We'll be able to find Joxic at least, so the advantage swings back to the favor of Impossible. But just like that, Hunter shuts down the dream of the Impossible side. Krekker up on the silo boost, has information on the bomb. But any Angel he takes should just get shut down immediately by the Binary Dragon side. The caliber of the guns is just too much to try and deal with. Letney's going to take down Insom. Now it's Hunter and Letney, last 2 alive. Does Letney have a Zeus? Is he really going to go for a Zeus kill at this point? I think that'd just be the ultimate embarrassment to the Impossible side to get dicked like that. Krekker will spot out one, sprays away, trying to look for Hunter, but it's just not going to happen. Hunter will be able to take him down. 16-3 favor of Binary Dragons. We're going to go to a quick break, and the analysts are going to break down, well, what went so wrong for the